All right. Today we're going to go over the resources and all the things that we have available to, help build your business and gather more information. So Lindsay, let's go ahead right now. I'm in the back office and I'm on the resources tab. So why don't you go through some of the things with the resources that you think are really valuable?
Well, the first three are pretty important because that is how we get started with, using the products and being a product of the product ourselves. I think that is key in helping other people get started as well. You don't have to have great results in order to start sharing the information, but there's accountability there. When you're doing it and having other people join you, it's that togetherness that I think helps contribute to everyone's success. And these documents and your resources, that's going to be the path that you follow in order to get the results and be able to duplicate those results in all of your customers and other team members. So if you wouldn't mind pulling up the goal tracker,
Okay.
that is great because that is accountability right there. You have to take those measurements and they give you a guide, a measurement guide down below, and you get to commit to, every 7 days tracking your progress. And when you know that you're tracking that progress every 7 days, it helps keep you on track. It helps keep you focused. And then you write down your goals. What are your goals? Make it something that you can really identify with so that you know what you're looking for. And I love it's simple, but it's really, really effective because you're able to really see the difference that, you're seeing in your body. It's not just about the scale.
Right. Yeah, I think it's great. I was gonna say, I think it's great because a lot of times you can't see your own progress, and like people can look at you and they can see like, wow, you're, like it looks like you're changing, but we have a hard time in ourselves to see it. When we do this, that's that like validation for ourselves. Like, yeah, things are changing. Even though when you look in the mirror, you might not see it the same way. When you start seeing it on paper, that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And this just gives you a more well-rounded view of the progress that you're seeing. So
Yeah, awesome.
the goal
Yeah,
tracker is very important.
yes, definitely. And I would say just as a like an additional note to it is have like an accountability partner that you're doing this with, and share in the success or share in where it feels tough, and to be able to share in the journey of it, I would say would be really great.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've used this before, the goal tracker, and I actually just recently decided to start tracking my progress again because I want to lead from that place of inspiration. I want to inspire people and show them how simple it can be and how effective it can be to just take those steps to, tracking that progress.
Yes.
And it's the simplest things, it really is, but it's
Yeah,
going to help keep you on track. So
exactly.
did you have anything else with the goal tracker
No,
that you
no,
wanted to share?
no,
Okay.
I think that was it. Yeah. So what, you want to go to the next one then?
Yes, the Living to Be check three. I was so excited when I saw this because I think a lot of times we're just this instant gratification society where we want things like now, 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 now. And part of that is the problem because we lose motivation very easily if we think we're not achieving the results that we think we should be. But sometimes it's just all about perception. You just need a different way to look at things. And if you don't have a medical background or, science and nutrition and all of that, you might not know the different cues to look for that are going to be examples of how your body is healing itself or experiencing some really positive effects. And so this Living to Be check three really simplifies all of that and gives you ways to show, how are you benefiting with your digestion and your metabolism. It goes into also the mental part, the focus, the mental clarity, the alertness. One of the first things I noticed when I got started is that I was sleeping better and I was waking up refreshed. And those two things really created this domino effect of positive results throughout my day. And then I just continue to have really amazing progress. And, before you know it, you're checking so many different boxes of, wow, I'm really discovering so many things, so many good feelings that I should be having throughout the day, as a result of these products. And then the recovery, definitely things that a lot of people don't think about. And it's just nice that we're kind of bringing this to the forefront and helping them identify. So.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to say too, I love this document. And, it really takes, because our product is about, with the metabolism, and if you do the right things, you'll lose weight. And it absolutely helps with that. But it's so much more than that. And that's what I love about this, is it takes and transcends, did I lose weight? Did I not lose weight? It takes and transcends of how the whole body works, and allows you to look at things that you would never normally, because when I've shared this with people and the things that I would hear, it wasn't necessarily weight loss. It's like, yes, the sleeping better, the stress level coming down, handling life a lot better. So this allows people, when things that they would normally never look at, allows them to start looking at those things. Because if we look at how we live our life, we are in such a high stress, like, with the gas pedals on, we are going. And when we can take something like this that puts our body back in balance, kind of puts the brake on a little bit, we start to see our body working better. But most of the time, we're not even like slowing down enough to realize, wow, my body is working better. I am sleeping better. I don't have the same cravings. I'm feeling more relaxed. I have less anxiety. So I love this document. And I think it's so important, because it allows to expand beyond, did I lose weight? Because you will, when your body's back in balance, you'll lose weight. It allows you to see there's a whole health that we're looking at here, that this Living to Be with Inspired and Unleashed, helps with.
Absolutely. And the recognition, I think, breeds motivation. And when I first looked at this, I thought about when I was pregnant. And I was reading that day by day guide of, this is how your body's changing, and this is how the baby's growing. And even though I couldn't see it myself, it was so interesting to learn about all of that. And while I was taking all of my prenatal vitamins and making sure that my body was equipped to do what it needed to do, this is the exact same thing. We have to supplement that nutrition and fill in those gaps to make sure that we can get those, all of those benefits that we see right here for us. So.
Yes, absolutely. So the last thing I'll say with this is, when you share Living to Be and you're sharing the products, you make sure that you give this document to them, and you kind of go over so they can start to know to look at these things. Show them the back of it, where, having them look at, they see a difference with this? Did they feel a difference there? So making sure that you're utilizing this document, because it's so important when sharing Living to Be. So just
absolutely.
I agree. That again. Okay. So what would you like to go? What's the next one that you were saying?
Well, you know what? Let's skip down to the before and after photos.
The guideline ones, this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Because before we go shopping or start to meal prep, it's important for people to look at where they're at right now, physically, mentally, all of that jazz. Because this is part of the documentation process. We're not just stepping on a scale. We're taking measurements. We're tracking all of the benefits that we're experiencing, but we also, these pictures are going to help you get that idea of how your body is changing shape. This isn't a fad diet that's just going to help you lose some water weight and, whatever else that you might be depleted in from maybe lacking nutrition, which are a lot of the fad diets that were out there for many, many years. This is something that's actually changing your body by balancing it out so that it runs in a better way, so that you can burn the fat, gain the muscle, just rebuild and repair on that cellular level. And so by taking those photos, you get to see firsthand how your body's changing. Other people can see it because they're the ones that aren't looking in the mirror every single day. But when you take those photos and follow the guidelines, the reason they have the guidelines is so that you really, you put that TLC into the photos, so that, I know that.
Yes.
Add your 2 cents, because I'm having a hard time finding the words for a second.
Well, no, I mean, so we're all going to be honest. Nobody wants to do these photos. No one wants to. No one wants to get in the bathing suit, take the pictures of what we look right now. So yes, I don't want to either. But if we don't do those things that make us feel uncomfortable and we don't want to do, we're not going to be able to change in the same way. And it's really important to be able to have it documented. So when you've committed to it and you start putting the activity forward, that you can go back and say, dang, like, look at me. And you'll see your body starts changing. But what you'll also get to see, and I've heard people who have been taking the supplements, like their skin, their smile, their whole presence of themselves is very different. And that'll even come across in the photos. So yes, we don't really want to, but we're going to do it anyway, because to get what we want in life, we have to do the things that we really don't want to do. So we want to do these photos, follow the guidelines so everything's uniform when you see it. It's going to show you the end result of what you're looking for, is to show you the progress, all that hard work that you put in, that you can see it. So across the board, everyone should know, nobody, male, female, no one wants to be doing these kind of things and putting their pictures. We're not asking you to post them on social media, but share it with your friend. And yes, it's vulnerable, but that's okay, because we're all willing to do these kind of things. So that's my 2 cents on taking the photos with it.
Yes, uniform. I like that word, uniform. That's what I was looking for.
Yes.
Because uniform is like consistent. You want to make sure everything is consistent. And before we go into the meal plan and the 7-day shopping list, all of these resources are here at your disposal. When you're building a business and sharing products like these with people, this is how we duplicate. I am not an expert. We don't expect anyone who comes into this to be an expert. It's kind of where you are able to earn money building your business while you learn about everything. And Living to Be is providing all of these amazing resources for you to help people achieve the benefits that they're looking for without you having to have an expertise in the field. So
yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So we can look at the meal plan and the shopping list, whatever it is that you want to pull up first.
Okay. I think this is the shopping list.
Okay. So this is so great. I've had so many people message me about how excited they are about this, because it's not only categorizes everything, but it really helps you identify where you can find everything. It makes your shopping trip easier.
Right.
You're in there, you're in and out quick. You're learning. This is long term. This is great because now people are utilizing this shopping list even when they're not doing the 7-day, but just to incorporate these healthy items into their weekly meal plans, because they know that that's going to help them stay on track of living a healthier lifestyle. And so it takes all the guesswork out of things. I can't tell you how many nights I've stayed up back before on Pinterest trying to figure out what meals to put together and a shopping list and all of that, and just all the time that I spent. And now here we have something like this right there for everyone to benefit from.
Yeah, it's great because when you want to make a change, and if you haven't been in this, like I want to start eating healthy, I want to make different choices, it can be really overwhelming, the thought of like, I don't even know what to buy and where do I start and what do I do, to be able to pull up this saying, okay, I know where to start, I know what I can do. So it's really cool in that way to be able to have this to easily pull upon.
Absolutely. And then now we have the meal plan.
I'm looking, product gift. Getting there, I'm looking.
It might be under the guidelines. Oh, okay.
Meal plan. Here we go. Got it.
So this meal plan, I love how it is showing people how to transform their lifestyle and lose weight and get back on track without feeling like they're missing out on anything, without feeling deprived. Because I think that when you're depriving yourself of something, that's what makes us all fall off and want to go back to unhealthy habits. And I'll tell you what, we had this breakfast this morning, and even my daughter was saying, wow, scrambled eggs I didn't put anything in them. Usually we're adding cheese or whatever the case may be. And people need to see that you can keep it simple and the food still tastes amazing and is so beneficial. And it like you said before, it's not difficult. And when we think that it's something that we can't achieve, we kind of step back and maybe don't take it on the way that we should. But this really shows everyone how simple it can be to incorporate healthy meals. And it's not another job in itself. I have 3 young children, and this is something that I can prepare for my family, and I'm not stuck in the kitchen all day long. I mean, I think breakfast took 5 minutes this morning. I mean, that's right up there with a bowl of cereal and some milk. It was very, very simple.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, this is really what this is about. This was what we want to do with Living to Be, is just give you what you need to be successful in your life, successful in your business. And we really try to think about every aspect that we could touch upon. And, we want it to be a lifestyle change. I don't want you to just lose weight because you starved yourself or you took these things. And then what? I want to help you to look at your life in a different way. How can you fuel your body? And this is what we do with Living to Be, is we break it all down. We keep it really simple so that we take the guesswork out of it, and you don't have to get overwhelmed. It's all right, there. Wherever you're at, you can step right in here and say, I can do this.
Absolutely, 100%. There's nothing different about any of us than anyone else who decides to make that choice to live a healthier lifestyle. And I'm just so excited about the community that we have here with Living to Be, because we are here to support and encourage one another, and just to show you what you can really accomplish when you just start with the smallest step. And exactly. I would encourage each and every one of you to share these resources with your customers, your team members. Discuss it when you have your meetings. Talk about all of this information and find out what people are committed to accomplishing. Ask yourself, what are you committed to? Because if you don't have that commitment in place, you won't get the results that you're looking for. So, Renee, thank you so much for helping me go through this today.
Yeah, I really wanted to take the time today because there's been a lot of thought involved in how can we help people be successful with their health, their business, and really, quite honestly, in their life as a human being. Like, we really want to touch upon all of those things. And I wanted to take the time today to go through the resources, because I don't know if everyone knows like the thought involved and what's available and what they have to utilize for themselves. So yeah, this has been great. It also, was there any other documents? I was just going to touch upon, there's the product flyers, or is there anything else that you wanted to talk about that were the ones that were really important to you?
Well, we have more training documents in the resources, which I think we're going to go over on a different Zoom.
Okay.
But yeah, the flyers are definitely very helpful. I do like to get those in the hands of as many people as possible, just because it has such great information.
Yeah. And like you said earlier, there's the product flyers. You don't have to be an expert in it, because you can pull out this flyer and you can be like, it's right there. Everything that you need to know of what's in it. You don't have to memorize it. We have it there for you. We have it all right there for you to utilize. So everything that we've been going over today is in the back office. And then I'll also show you, we have it online as well. And I'll go over that in just a minute. But yeah, and then the product flyers look great, and it tell you exactly what you would, want someone to know about it. Okay, so all of this is in your back office under the resources. When you select, if you can see over to the left, if you have it on all, means all documents, you might see some of these duplicated here. If you click on information and tools, then it will narrow it down. So you can go through and you can see all the different ones. We're not going to go through every single one today. We wanted to touch upon a few of the key ones to go through. I know we'll go through on another Zoom training, which is super important when you're wanting to build a business. We're going to go through the leadership program, the Gold Rush, which is very exciting, but we won't go over that today. But that's all in there. If you were like, hey, I want to know about this right now. What is this Gold Rush? How do I become gold? We have it right there. You can pull up this document and you can start reading through what it takes to become gold. But like I said, we'll go over that in another Zoom, how to go gold and what it takes. Okay, so all of these things here are the resources in your back office. And these same resources are on our livingtobeinspired.com website. So we can go into the resources over here and we can see all of that. That's all available. You can send this link to potential people. You can go on there and print it out yourself. So all of those same things are listed here as well, which I think is really cool. So it's like, if it's even, can we make it even more convenient? Can we just say, you don't even have to log into your back office. Here's a website you can go to. Anything you wanted to add to that, Lindsay?
No, just encouraging everybody to get back there, play around. You're not going to do anything that's going to harm your back office. So get back there, get familiar with it. If you have any questions, you have people that you can reach out to go through any questions that you have. And we're going to keep having these discussions. I think this is a really important part of when you're learning about the business and building the business. And it's very important for duplication. We want to teach you what to do, and then we want to teach you how to teach it. So just keep dialing in and getting on these Zooms.
Awesome. So now what I want to go over in the back office, once you start getting in there and you start clicking on things, there's an option that's called Showcase, and Showcase will, there's upgrades that you can have to your website. And in that upgrade, Showcase lists the different videos. It has the compensation, the PowerPoint, but what's most exciting to me with the upgrade that you can get with your website is it actually has like a lead management database. So what I'm just going to briefly go through it. What I'm going to encourage you to do is to go on in your back office, and I want you to click in and read through all of this stuff that it has. Because if you're actually really wanting to do the opportunity and make money and do this as a business, you got to have a software that you're managing your database with your leads. This has where you can send messages to them, group messages, notify them by email, text messages. You can create your personal calendars. I mean, I was thinking about this, and so my husband's a chiropractor, and we spent at least $10,000 to get a software to run our office. And this is just an upgrade of $10 a month to be able to manage your business. And it is important to manage your business and to be able to be in contact with your leads and send the messages out and do these things. So I encourage everyone to go on here and read about all the stuff that you get. Because if you really want to do this as a business, it's really important to manage your leads, stay in contact with your leads. Look at all of these things that this offers, because I think it's really exciting for what you get with that. Lindsay, did you want to add anything?
I mean, it's just, you kind of said it right there. People pay thousands of dollars to have access to systems like these. And for $10 a month, it's just such a great investment, the communication tools alone. And if you think of, most of us are doing other things outside of, our business. We either have, we have other jobs, families to take care of. So life is busy and crazy and hectic. How great to have a tool like this that can help keep you on track to make sure that you are treating your business like a business so that you can be successful.
Exactly. All right. So everyone, go on there, go to the Showcase and read through that if you are not already upgraded, and read through that. So we'll start wrapping this up here. But what I do want to say is we have inspirational calls and we do these different things. And if you have not already, if you have an iPhone, this is the podcast app. Go to the podcast app, and then I want you to go look for Living to Be podcast. And I want you to subscribe to that, because every time we do an inspirational call, our calls right now are on Monday, the podcast is on there and you can stay up to date. So if you can't get on it live, want you to go on there and I want you to listen to it afterwards, because this kind of stuff is important. We want to fill our minds and our body and our soul and all this with good stuff. So if you have an iPhone, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to your podcast little app there. You're going to go search for the Living to Be. You can type in Living to Be Inspired and subscribe to it. If you don't have the iPhone, you're going to go to the Living to Be website, and then you have here the livingtobeinspired.com website. You're going to go to podcast here, and we have all the calls listed there as well. So we really thought about every different way to keep you. So I encourage every single one, get on every week. If you can't make it on live, get on there and listen to these calls. The livingtobeinspired.com has your resources, has your podcast, has all the information that you need to make sure that you're getting on there with that. You want to add anything to that?
No, Lindsay? I mean, it's so self-explanatory, and I just love how they have made this stuff available 24/7 for each and every one of us. So just utilize it. Don't let it go to waste.
Yeah. So I encourage you, I mean, everybody to listen. I encourage you to have your team members listen to it, because with Living to Be, you can see we're about the body, mind, and spirit. You know, we have products that help the body to become back in balance. We have inspirational calls because we know the spirit of who you are matters. And so we want you to make sure you're plugging into all of the things that we have. So just to wrap, kind of summarize everything back up, go in your back office, look at the resources that you have, start utilizing these, ask questions if you have them, get on and listen to the different calls and podcasts that we have, whether it's through the Apple podcast or going to the livingtobeinspired.com, going to the podcast there. That's all that I have. Lindsay, do you want to add anything else before we wrap this up?
No, well, just make sure you guys are getting on the Zooms and the calls.
Yes.
Take advantage of it.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thank you for your time. And please reach out if you have any other questions or anything.
Thanks, Renee.
Okay. Thanks, Lindsay.